I'm Brigadier General Robert Titus, U.S. Air Force retired. I did 27 years active duty in the Air Force. My first ride in an airplane was in a Wacko, open cockpit biplane. Rode in the back seat under my father's lap. And that was quite an experience. And ultimately, an Air Force recruiter told me that I could be an aviation cadet. And I asked what the deal was, and they explained that if I passed through the pilot training program, they'd give me wings and a commission. And if I didn't, they didn't want me. So I said, well, that's a no-brainer. You're going to teach me to fly, and I can leave if I want to? Okay, sign me up. We lost a lot of guys in Korea, and I fully didn't expect to survive it. I met a friend of mine that I went to high school and college with on R&R in Tokyo, and I started telling him what he should tell my mother. And he said, what are you telling me? I said, well, the probability of my being able to complete this tour is somewhere between zip and zilch. Well, aren't you upset about that? I said, no, that's what we do for a living. And if we lose, we lose. Yeah, the F-100 zero launch. That was a 130,000-pound solid rocket propellant, which was strapped onto the bottom of the airplane.
An F-100 Super Sabre is being prepared for a 130,000-pound kick in the pants. The Zell system provides takeoff capability for our combat-ready fighters in much the same manner as a Matador missile is launched.
The technique was you're sitting on the back of this truck, elevated 45 degrees, 30 degrees, whatever it was. You run the engine up, check out your instruments, and bang it in the afterburner and pull the trigger, and you get an additional 130,000 pounds of thrust. And that burns out in 4 seconds, and now you're doing 275 miles an hour. So I had the opportunity to demonstrate that at Indian Springs outside of Nellis. I remember Hoover was on the ladder with me, and I said, watch this, Bob, I'm going to roll as soon as the rocket burns. He said, oh, no, you don't want to do that. You got a full combat load, and you can't do that. And I said, get off the ladder and take it with you. Anyway, I said, somebody said, why did you do that? I said, well, you don't often get a chance to shine your rind in front of a crowd. I had designed that flight plan, and Charlie Blair was out at Edwards for some purpose, and I invited him over to the house for dinner and threw my maps on the floor and said, I've got these two F-100Fs with dead reckoning navigational equipment in them, and I thought maybe I'd do a polar flight. There's a strange element that creeps into the equation when guys allow panic to dictate their behavior. I never understood it myself, but I've seen it a lot. Shut up and die like a man.
Target's 11 o'clock, target. 11 o'clock.
Ryan has bogeys at 7 o'clock.
Pace, get ready for change. Lead will be rolling in about 15 seconds.
You can't do it at 11 o'clock?
No, sir, I can't see it.
Okay.
Bogey 3 o'clock, well.
And we're coming down Thud Ridge, and I see a MiG, and I said, I'm gone. We followed him around and locked onto him. He's going downhill, and Zimmer, my back seater, is saying, fire, fire. In the meantime, my wingman's yelling, break. And I said, no, I haven't got time to guide that missile. I laid it up on its side, full aft stick, full bottom rudder, let go. I'm passing everybody, nothing but F4s back there. I see another MiG. I go after him. We're all locked up on him, but he's going down, and he's got too much clutter to pick him up with a Sidewinder. So we launch an AIM-7, got an expanding steering circle, everything's okay, but the missile doesn't even appear. And so then I fire another missile, disappeared. I fly our third AIM-7, and this guy's in a turn down here, and it hit his wing right at the wing root, and he punched out. And then we're going, holy shit, he's got a Martin Baker seat just like everybody else. Duty is ours. The results are God's. We talk about honor. Honor is something that we can't get for ourselves. Honor is that which is accorded to us by our fellows, our comrades. We can only act honorably by remembering that what we do is a measure of our character. Country service to country is what it's all about. We raised our hand, each of us, and said we would. We will. And so we did, regardless of the outcome.